Yes, indeed. When it comes to our hard-earned cash, I think Nedbank have and constantly do encourage us to see our money differently. And it all starts with a journey. This time they've brought two seemingly separate but very complementary worlds together to offer a brand new perspective on how to achieve your financial goals. Think football, think finance, and think kicking off your own life goals. Take a look now at an exclusive Nedbank ad that will be broadcast to South Africa right here for the very first time.
Let me tell you something about goals. They start way before the celebration. Whether it's football, life, or money, they rise before the sun and race their way up, challenging the distance to the finish line, because once they reach it, they want to exceed it. They open doors and raise their hands when life calls, personifying resilience and tenacity, and then committing to making a commitment. Everyone seems to know something about goals, but what no one will tell you is how difficult it is to just get going. So you want to know a secret about goals? The best way to achieve them is to start.
How inspiring is that, man?
Whoa.
Oh, that's so cool. So cool. Wow, an exclusive right here on Express. And of course, joining us from Nedbank is one of our favorite friends in finance, Desmond Osman, to talk to us about these goals, of which he has scored many hat-tricks, I understand. It's good to have you,
It might be a wonderful Expresso. Good morning to you guys. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Obviously, a bit of a strange day, but a day that we need inspiration, a day that we need to feel South African. We need to feel that togetherness. And that ad really does evoke that emotion. Beautiful ad, man.
And what I love about it is it's not so much the focus on money being everything. It's more about the goals.
100%.
Yeah, why?
And why the goals, how the goals. So let's talk exactly about how to start up getting those respective financial goals in place in your life so that you can start pursuing them at the start of every single day, like Benni said in that ad.
Wonderful. So I think when we looked at our campaign this year, we were quite concerned around where we are as a country financially. We looked at global markets as what the global markets are doing. We looked at how it's affecting South Africa as a whole, and we started thinking, you know what, the truth of it is that we all need to take cognizant approach around what we are trying to achieve. And we all have goals. We all want to do something for tomorrow. We all want to do something for our kids. We all want to do something for this country. And we thought, what better way to actually voice out that, hey, we understand that you have goals that you'd like to still achieve. We understand that it is absolutely critical and tough to do them right now. But we all have to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
And we want to be the bank that says to South Africans, hey, let's make it a little easier for you to get started.
Just start. Benni in your area. Why football? I mean, I love him. I've grown up. I'm the part of the Benni generation.
100%.
So, I get it.
Yeah.
But why football? Why Benni?
You know what? We've been a sponsor of football for over 13 years now with the Nedbank Cup. And the story around football is one that in this country is an amazing one because we all love football. But so many times the narrative when it comes to money has always been a negative one. We all see our football stars who made some money and then the next thing you know, oh, he's broke. And it's always the same story. But those good stories about guys who partnered with good banks and partners with good people and actually made a good solid living and reinvented themselves go untold. And we just thought, who would be the best South African, call it ambassador if you want to say it, and say, hey, who would be a guy that can really tell us a story of started from Cape Town, went all the way to the rest of the world, made money, used money well, and today is still an entity that's reinventing himself. I think he's vying for his third job now as a coach. And really just tell the story of you can actually make it if you really plan and look at your money slightly differently.
Absolutely. Oh, man, look at those memories.
He's played for some teams, eh?
Oh, he's a Champions League winner, bro. Man. Get in there. So, I mean, watching that ad itself, I mean, you picture yourself as the person who's driving him around and you're listening to this conversation.
Yes.
That's inspiring in itself, as if you were afforded that opportunity to sit in a car with Benni. What are you hoping South Africans will feel and think after watching this ad?
Wow, you've actually just picked it. I'm hoping that every South African gets to feel like Kusbu. You know, that's our cab driver.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they get to feel like I'm sitting there and I'm hearing Benni, and I'm actually hearing a positive story. Because actually what Benni is saying here is that every single South African can do this. Every single South African wakes up early with their goal and their dream, and every single South African has something that they're actually chasing. And the truth of it is you can get there.
Yeah.
It's just about how you think of it. The most important thing, though, is when you think about your goal, don't just make it a thought in your mind. Put it down and remember, it's got to be financed. You have to think about what is the money conversation that has to happen. And we are hoping that South Africans can be open to having those money conversations.
Once we've done that, maybe to round this off, because this feels like a call to action. This feels like a national call to action, and boy, don't we need those right now. What is that first step, do you think, now that we've thought about what our life goals are, we understand that there is a financial implication and attachment to that, what do we do first?
Get on with the right partner. That's the first thing you need to do. I'm not going to sit here and say that Nedbank is that right partner for everybody, but it's definitely that partner that's willing to help you start. If you'd like to have a conversation with us, come and have that conversation. There's never been a time where we closed our banks or our branches from somebody who wants to have a money conversation with us. You don't have to walk in and buy a product, but you have to walk in and have that conversation. I think last year when we started out with Money Secrets, the most important thing that we wanted to tell the country is that our doors are open to help you think about your money differently.
Yeah.
Come in, have the conversation with us. We have products that range from assisting you with saving to all the way with starting businesses. There is no money conversation that we are not able to have.
That's a fantastic open invitation to the entire country.
I'm just picturing that in that moment where the driver turns around and it's Des sitting there getting that conversation, having that moment with Benni. I hope you were able to connect with Benni through this journey, man.
We certainly did.
But we certainly have, which is amazing. And he's the right man for the job, undoubtedly. I feel inspired.
Yeah, so do stick around for more inspiration, because Desmond will be with us a little while longer to talk about how to get those life goals kick-started on the real field.